Hey, Rob Lane here, the Millionaire Maintenance Man. Today is November the 18th. As you know, we just got finished completing the stucco house. This is a house that I've owned for 16 years. The same people who initially rented it from me have been living in there for the last 16 years. I wanted to sell the house. I have a house here. And I have two houses in Yukon. This particular area is the town that I grew up in, and it's an hour round trip from my house. There's not a Lowe's and a Home Depot on every corner. It doesn't really fit my business model. I know I don't ever talk about flipping, and I'm not considering this a flip house. I'm just selling this property off so I can buy more that are around me, just like the same two that I'm selling in Yukon. The home of Garth Brooks, to get rid of those, to actually reinvest that money back into the Oklahoma City market where I'm at. So I'm just kind of done with small towns. Every time something happens, you're talking an hour round trip. So doesn't fit my business model. My banker says get rid of it. My accountant says get rid of it. Those guys are the experts, so I need to listen to what they say and bring it more around me like the rest of my properties. So let's go ahead and you're about to see 16 years of people living here. So it's, I tell you a lot of the good that happens with real estate and rental property, but I'm also going to show you a lot of the bad that also comes with that as well. How people will leave your houses. Everybody has their own definition of cleanliness. You know, there's British Petroleum, there's Exxon Valdez, and then there's Rob Lane's. Rob Lane's definition of cleanliness is a lot different than most other people's. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pretty this thing up real nice, hopefully get it done by December 31st, turn around, put a for sale sign in front of it, and get rid of this damn thing. The house has been paid off for years. It's a great cash flow property, and remember, these are one of the other assets that I can use to borrow against to purchase more property, but it's paid for. I get, full depreciation. And in the state of Oklahoma, there's a rule: if you hold a house for more than 5 years, you don't have to pay state gains. So that pretty much takes care of your real estate fees. I am going to hire a realtor to sell this because I'm not going to run out here and spend an hour round trip to show it every time. So let's walk through the process. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, what colors I'm going to use. But first, I want you to kind of look at this here. I don't care if it's every property that I buy, if it's every property that a tenant leaves, but I'm, for some reason, somehow always left with tires. Well, I can't throw these tires in this big dumpster that you see over here because they'll fine me for it, because it's not what they consider environmentally disposable products. So you can't throw batteries, tires, so I have to pay to get rid of these. So I had some at the stucco house, I had some on my last project, so I have 7 tires at my house waiting for me to just drive by a tire shop and hand somebody, $30 just to dispose of them. So tires piss me off, basically. Let's go with the design idea, what I plan on doing with this right here. We're going to paint guttering white. I'm going to go kind of a darker color, almost the same that you see right here around your trim. The underneath here, the soffits will be white. I'm going to put siding up. This will kind of be like, the vinyl siding, kind of a lightish gray. So you'll have the white, the dark gray, and the light gray. Let's go ahead and walk on into the inside. So, whenever we talk about cleanliness, and I've also said a lot of times I hate it when people leave me gifts. Well, I've got a lot of gifts that are left here for me. So, is any of it worth anything? No. All it does is cost me more money and dumpster space to get rid of all this stuff. So, if you look around, we got a few stereos here. We've got, looks like a kid's writing table. Nice, bulky, whatever the hell this is. Another stereo. We've got a nice printer, copier machine, if we want to put that in the home office. Another nice stand here, a trash can without a lid. Here's the laundry room. Looks like it's been cleaned and taken care of quite often. Once again, I don't like working in filth. I assume that you don't either. So this is where I will call my cleaning people to come out and get this thing cleaned up, walls wiped down, sanitized before my ass gets in there and starts working on the thing. We're also going to fumigate. I was in here earlier and saw some roaches walking across the oven, which hadn't been cleaned in, I don't want to say how long. I'm going to try to be nice here. Hey, that's a good romantic movie. Titanic VHS, if anybody still got one of those. Let's go ahead and move on inside. Here we go into the kitchen. Alright, so once again, in lieu of saving money, what we're going to do is I'm not going to replace all these cabinets. Oh, you see the cockroach right here? You see that? Hey baby! Call him Ernie, that's what we'll name him. Ernie the Roach. So what we'll do is we'll put a quick sand coat on it. It's okay, Scott, you can laugh. we're gonna sand these down, paint them bright white, put stainless steel hardware on there. Actually, I guess I had these tile. Oh, there's another roach. Here's some leftover pizza and cupcakes. If you want some Hormel home-style mashed potatoes. I think those are supposed to be refrigerated. Left the microwave. You know, some nasties. There's some more pizza down here. Looks like they had eggs over easy on this plate here. They're into brand names. Swiss Miss, Hot Chocolate, and Curly's Pulled Pork. So, you understand some of the stuff that you have to deal with. And you can't let it bother you or piss you off or get that angry at it, because it's part of the business. Once again, I'm ready to get done with this. And there's what I kind of call a couple different kinds of clientele in the rental market industry. You know, you see my other homes where they're more of the granite countertops, high end, you know, historical type district homes, but you know, you're talking those rents are anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 a month. You know, if you stay between the $400 to $800 a month range, you're looking at a completely different kind of clientele. I'm talking about the type of people that pay on time, people that take care of your property. So I'm not ever saying don't go for that particular market, because you got to start somewhere. It's like you hear my nephew talk on his entrepreneurial video on the website about him owning 12. He owned 12 then, he owns 15 now, but he's got $300, $400, $500 a month rent payments coming in from these people. So his turnover is substantially more, but he's still making a hell of a killing, just by doing that. But it's like he says, this is where he started, and he's going to end up, sorry about that. So basically, it's kind of like he told me, you got to start somewhere, and that's where he's starting, and so he's eventually going to sell those off where you can tax defer that money and put it into bigger properties, basically. The tenant did ask for me to put in carpet, which I put in, I think, last winter or summer for her. So, because she lived here for so long, and the carpet was obviously 15 years old. So we had to take everything out of here, which I came out and helped, then had the carpet layers come in and put new carpet. Well, I had originally, when I bought this house 16 years ago, had redone all the hardwood floors. Well, hardwood floors are colder, and typically, country people, they kind of want carpet underneath their feet instead of hardwood floors, which, don't ask me why. But so I put new carpet in, but it's already demolished pretty much. So after 1 year, because she had a bunch of her grandkids staying here, and I don't know who else. But basically, I know I didn't pick these wall colors here, even though that would have been pretty much in the 90s, where the darker colors were more popular. But we'll go back with my same paint scheme that I do on all the houses, bring it down to a neutral base. And then that way the potential buyer will come in and do whatever they want to with it. So let's walk through what we got to do here. We need new ceiling fans. What I'll have done also is have my electrician come out. You gotta bring kind of everything up to code. So we're gonna have to put tamper-resistant outlets in. That's so in case they have kids or whatever, they can't stick knives or what in there. They're a pain in the ass if you ask me, because you can't hardly plug anything into them because they're so hard to get into. New ceiling fans in every room, so we'll do a nicer 52-inch for the living room, and then 3 small, inexpensive ceiling fans for the bedrooms. Once again, more gifts that we got to haul off, more cleaning that we got to do. Here's a sock if you want one. I'm going to move these wall heaters here because it is central heat and air. I guess I just never did that years ago, so this will save space, and so we'll sheetrock this in and then paint over it. Hallway, I'm wondering how long it's been since they've changed the, actually, if you look up here, the filter is good. but it's right here. It's not so good if you see how dirty this is. That does get eventually sucked into the return air. So it is good to clean these at least once every 10 years, I would say. The bathroom I had retiled. Her son-in-law or whatever did tile work, needed some money a few years ago. So I did pay him to put all this tile in order to help them. So they did this. This is what I guess I had done on the countertops in there. It's been so long ago as well. So we'll be able to salvage those countertops, not have to do much to the bathroom except for paint, put in a new light fixture. No gifts left in the toilet for me, thank you. Let's go back and look at more. Here's one of the bedrooms right here. We got a nice aquarium. If anybody wants, oh my gosh, there's a fish in there. If you can see through here, there's a fish in there. Yeah, my nephew was telling me, here's some molded Coke, if you want some of that. My nephew was telling me, and I never had this happen, but in one of his properties, he had an evicted tenant. They left him a dog. Who the hell leaves a dog? I told him to call the news because that's big stuff. That person should be thrown in jail, in my opinion. But we got more clothes. You see all this on the floor here? Pretty common ordeal. This stuff happens. If they don't want it, they're going to leave it for you to take care of. You can't get angry about it. You just got to have lots of help to clean this crap up. Doors missing off the closets. I'll have to, put in new doors there. No telling where they're at. This is a chopped up, weird, funky house. I paid $17,000 for this house when I was, 26, 27 years old. I definitely know I didn't pick the Pepto-Bismol color for the walls in here. They must have done that as well. So once again, we'll bring this back to the neutral colors. Ceiling fan, like I said, I'm praying that the hardwood floors are in good shape. And then let's see if we got anything in the closets here. I just hate even touching anything, to be honest with you. Nice little kid's design on my electrical panel there. Seems like Dr. Pepper and Crown Royal is the drink of choice. And then I'm going to have to put more doors on this closet here. Looks like we've got an old thermostat that needs to be removed off of here. New blinds. I can't put the faux wood blinds on this because you only got these small 1-inch gaps. So if you put faux wood blinds on, they're going to stretch or stick way out into the room. It just won't look good. So once again, we can pray for the floors to be in nice shape. Here's a couple of mismatched shoes right here if you want to take those home. Once again, we'll remove another wall heater to open it up, create more space. Got some fly strips here to prevent pest problems, so I guess that works. But let's move outside and show you some more about what I'm going to do out there.